play this role. And next, we are going to connect to Jing's abode.
Thank you very much. And the next, let's go ahead to the next session, and let's have a wonderful sharing, okay, from Jing's abode. And as you can see, and we will have a Master Dershow sharing her experience with us, right? Okay. And before she became a practitioner, monastic practitioner, she was also a teacher, and she knows a lot about how to okay, be a good like a practitioner. Okay. And next one, let's also take a look at something else, right? Okay. And for teachers associations, we have teachers like all over Taiwan. And now Mr. Dexiu, as you can see, he is like a monastic practitioner, and she usually like does her presentation, okay, all over Taiwan. And she also has a kind of a good affinities like with me personally, because she stays like overnight at my home when she has okay had a speeches all over here in Kaohsiung. Okay, so let's take a look at me. What is this? What am I doing? Okay, so Mr. De Show, okay, it was the gift when I stayed in your home, right? Okay, and I would also, exercise my own fingers, okay, using such kind of a gadget, right? And I don't know how many years ago it was, but it was kind of heartwarming for me. So, Mr. De Show also had an experience coming over to Kaohsiung, okay, for a year-end ceremony, and she cares very much about education, as I said, because she was a teacher before she became like a monastic practitioner. And 3 years ago, in 2021, let's take a look. We assist and we persist, so everybody can be here. So let's like invite like more people come in, okay? And at the same time, and what does a monastic practitioner do? Okay, so let's take a look, right? And it is a Roman ceremony of like a Tzu medical school. And let's take a look in the what are okay all the people doing there. And it is a ceremony, a Roman ceremony. Okay, so let's do something for Buddhism and for the sentient beings, and it is the most precious, like a spirit and the value of us, right? And we have to take all the patients as our family members, right? So masters will also give blessings as a film shows, and all like Tzu young volunteers look at had like a Christmas party there. And what is a Christmas party named? It is named like a Dharma grabbing. Okay, so it is so creative, right? And Mr. Zheng Yan also, gives us a preach, right? So that is kind of mission, action, and the passion. And she encouraged us to always be passionate, and the mission, action, passion, okay, and you will see MAP as a map, right? So this is a blueprint to us, right, according to Mr. Zheng Yan's preach. So we will invite more young people with more influences and the passion to come over and make the world even better. And here, let's take a look, okay? And we're gonna have like a wonderful assurance from Mr. Dershow. So let's go. I like to be with you because you have a positive energy. Ladies and gentlemen,
can you do two things? Please move a little bit back. and turn on the sharing of the room app. Please turn on your PowerPoint.
Yesterday, I had a question. And do you know that all the like Tzu Chi, like young volunteers and are in Fengshan right now? And because we're gonna have like a camp for them, okay? And if you're in Kaohsiung, would you like to come over here and we can just do a lot of all together there? Okay, but Mr. Dershow says like, sorry, I'm in Hualien and I'm at the master. I'm at the Jing's abode, right? Okay, and I'm sorry you haven't opened up your file. Okay, now, okay, so please put it into full screen. So, okay, beautiful. So I have to be very appreciative to all the masters willing to come in over and do the presentation with us, right? Okay, so now everything is settled down. So we are ready for Master Zheng Yuan's sharing, okay? And her topic today is from learning to awakening.
Good morning, everyone, masters in Abode and Tzu Chi family. I'm happy to be here online to meet you with Dharma. And first, I'm going to talk about why I entered the monastery. Stars in the sky started my good affinity to follow Master Zheng Yan to engage spiritual practice. Because of a poster in the campus, I became the first one in my class to enter monastery instead of the first one to get married. So never underestimate the power of a poster. A poster can make an ordinary person become a master. The affinity is unimaginable. In the college, I started to attend Tzu Chi Youth Club. I felt loved by aunties and uncles, brothers and sisters. The love in my heart was aroused. So I went serving the kids suffering from CP and disseminated marrow donation on the street to find the value of life. And I was so moved by the brothers and sisters. No matter what Master wants us to do, they can do them by on their own. So I stay in Tzu Chi Youth Club. After I graduated from university, the fate led me to Teacher Association of Tzu Chi. Once in summer vacation, I spent 3 weeks in Jing's abode, attending teacher medical volunteer team and sutra gathering. On the night I returned to Taipei, I decided to keep the daily routine in abode. So on early morning the next day, I took a taxi to Guandu to listen to Dharma. Once in the taxi, I heard the lyrics of a popular song about countless stars in the sky. When I got out of the taxi, the song echoed in my brain again. I was frightened and felt something wrong. I was going to listen to Dharma. How come it was the popular song echoing in my brain rather than the sutra chanting? I was frightened to know that there were too many worldly affairs in my mind. I didn't know where my pure mind was buried. So I got the idea of following the master Zheng Yan to become a nun. I knew it was a tough challenge for a person like me who never did any housework. To go back to abode and follow the rule no work, no meal. Instead of playing the piano and the cello, I would have to pick up the big spatula and hoe in order not to hold others back. I worked out in the gym and practiced cutting vegetables in a vegetarian shop before I went to work for half a year. So even I am not good at cutting vegetables now, but I still tried hard. I was not confident about going back to abode, but during the new year of 2015, Master Zheng Yan said, yes, I can go back to abode. I was so happy that I moved back to abode and started to learn to live as a nun in July. In the Tzu Youth Club, I was asked, is the round of Tzu round enough? We have to use our true heart to connect every sentient being with Tzu. There um, an elder master teach me to connect the affinity with Tzu. Before we achieve the Bodhisattvahood, we have to make relationships with others. If we didn't make a good relationship with others, no matter how hard we wave our hands, they may not want to be with us. So there are good ways to make good relationships with others. That's four all embracing virtues. Um, we make you attractive. Sentient beings would like to get close to you and trust you. They may follow your words and behavior to learn Buddha's teachings and get immeasurable blessings. The power of words. There was an experiment, two plants that were very much the same. One was insulted and blamed every day, and the other one was praised. And 30 days later, the one which was insulted and blamed lost vitality, but the one which was praised was healthy and thriving. A language cannot be seen or touched, but it has unbelievable power. The author of the book Hidden Messages in Water is who studied water for a long time. He proved that water reads, listens to music, memorizes, and passes information. Before knowing Tzu I was fond of eating any kind of meat. And when 2 years ago, I suffered from oropharyngeal cancer. And then cancer cells metastasized to lymph and became stage 4 cancer. I took a series of chemotherapy, surgeries, and 33 times of radiotherapy. When I was under the treatment, I wrote a piece of paper and hope to transform the chemotherapy into Dharma medicine, and medicine become Dharma water. And I repented seriously. Thanks for Master Zheng Yan and Tzu. Otherwise, the pain might be unbearable. We have to transform every cells. For the Buddhism and all the sentient beings. And then I underwent surgeries. I thank Dr. Xia Yuan very much. He is always smiling and energetic. He, before my surgery, he had a family meeting from 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock. But the next day, he was still full of energy. He takes the patients as his own family. Protect patients' health with his profession, and energy and aspiration. After 5 hours of surgery, it everything is safe. After the surgery, I was supposed to eat with a tube, but people saw me drink liquid food by myself. They were frightened. The doctor said that was because I had a magic layer on my wound. Just because of the magic layer, I can eat on my own without a, a nasogastric tube. I was so astonished and grateful. As Master Zheng Yan says, we have to do good deeds and create blessings that will form a layer to protect the earth from being destroyed. I was so touched that every word Master Zheng Yan says is good for us. I have to underwent 33 times radiotherapy. When I underwent the radiotherapy for the 16 times, my neck hurt like it was burned in the midnight. I felt the hurt. It was just like animals suffered when they were killed. I repented seriously. I was so fond of eating any kind of meat, beef, pork, fish, to satisfy my desire. When my neck was like burning, I was so sorry to kill to eat the animal's meat and feel the hurt they suffered. So we have to. I swear to save lives, protect lives, love lives, and release lives, and practice the love in my life. And what sentient beings need the most now is using Dharma water to nourish the soul and constantly spread loving words. Loving words can lead sentient beings to kind direction. Let's see the little Malaysia Bodhisattva spread loving words to his family and friends. I listened to Grandmaster. Grandmaster says we must be vegetarian, promote vegetarianism, and spread the words. Have gratitude. I will do what grandmasters want us to do. When I grow up, I'll help the needy. He, uh, he always asks everyone he met to donate money to his coin bank. Mother Earth is sick. Let's love the mountain of the earth. He asked us, all the family, to be vegetarian and save electricity and water. And he didn't take elevator and walk on the stairs, but we live on the 36th floor. The little Bodhisattva said he wanted to help Grandmaster to save the people in need when he grows up. The little volunteer is very cute and he make a great aspiration. Every step we take, everything we do, every word we say, and every thought we think of are beneficial to others. There was once a Bodhisattva named All Sentient Being Loved to See. Where the Bodhisattva was, he was all sentient beings. He makes all sentient beings feel happy. How can he do that? How can he do that? Because he likes to see every sentient being. A Tzu Chi volunteer has ever asked Master Zheng Yan, Master, why do we love you so much? Master said, because before you love me, I've already loved you first. When we take someone as an eyesore, we have to change our mindset. See other people's strength from our own strength. In this way, our heart will sincerely respond to their hearts and connect them together. When we encounter the condition again, we change ourselves as a bending Buddha, try to see it from another angle, and we'll find the goodness. Wonderful, a bending Buddha. When we are able to tolerate people with a tolerant heart, that will be a perfect world.
What does Master Zheng Yan expect us to do so that we can be always perfect and harmonious? Then we need a mindset which is more than transcendent, right? Okay, and there's always like a argument like among people. So it is very important for us to be just like the vanity, just like the universe, just like the clean water, the pure water. That is that we have to be always transcendent, right? Okay. And in Jing's abode, as everybody knows, and we have like a bold cypress there, and here in the cypress, like a forest there, it's always quiet. But I was asked that how many kinds of different sounds can I hear? And for kinds, three kinds or even five kinds, right? Okay. And some people say, okay, there are more than 20. But Mr. Zheng said to us that it's more than that, more than 20, right? Okay. And some people says that, okay, I hear that my like a stomach is saying that I'm hungry, so there's a kind of one more sound there. Okay. So finally, some people says there's more than 40 different kinds of sounds, right? Okay. And that is what? Okay, that is your mindset and your enlightenment and the vanity should just combine with the universe, right? And that is the sound of universe, right? Okay. And we can also hear the trees are like absorbing water, and you will also hear, okay, the nature, the nature is saying something, okay, and you can also hear the breeze of the land, right? Okay, and the Master Zheng says like she can hear all the being, okay, making voices, making sounds, right? Okay, so of course then we can also hear all the beings who are suffering, okay, calling for help to us, right? Okay, and this is the pure land, okay, and pure land is not always peaceful, and we have to just make the land as pure using our own like a trends and ability. So let's always say yes, yes to Master Zheng Yan. Okay, so when our hearts and the Buddha and the sentient beings' hearts have no like a defilements, okay, then we are all together at the moment, and this is the Dono Samyo Sambuddhi. Okay, when this is combined together, then we say this is a Buddha's mind. Okay, so then how can we do that? Okay, then we have to begin doing so with the every movement arose in our mind, right? Okay, and what do I do? I usually repeat the three refuges, right? Okay, and when you are reciting the three refuges, so what is the like a quote that always repeats itself? Yeah, sentient beings, and the sentient beings, right? Okay, we expect the sentient beings can just walk the greater path, and we always expect sentient beings, okay, to just learn all the Dharma. And we always know that we always hope that all the sentient beings, right, can really acquire the entitlement. So what can I do? This is my like a suggestion. When we are, for example, washing our hands, then we can just like I say to ourselves, right? Okay, and I really expect that all the sentient beings can just acquire the pure Dharma, okay, because of the Dharma water, so they will have like a pure and a clean hands, right? And when we are like walking up the stairs, and we can say to ourselves, right, okay, I really is better. All the beings can just like ascend themselves and penetrate like everything within the universe, right? And when we are sleeping, we can also say to ourselves that I really hope that all the sentient beings can have a stable life without turbidity in their like a heart, right? Of course, then when we are walking, then we can also say to ourselves that we really hope that all the sentient beings can walk toward the right directions so that they can walk on the Bodhisattva path. So that is my own cultivation. And this is the right directions for everybody. Okay. So I feel so touched, right? Dharma is always within our life, right? Okay. So we can just think for others, right? And this is also the core value that we have to concentrate on. And I also hear the sharings from the volunteers who have been serving there in Syria. And they say that the thinking for others and doing something for others is already part of my life. It is the source of my blessings, right? If I don't do this, my blessings and it is never complete and perfect. So forming good affinities and being harmonious in our own mind so that we can just trace back to the source of the universe. So when we combine the three elements all together, then this is the final result for the cultivation. Okay, so let's just make that every element into one. And the oneness refers to the pure essence of Dharma. So this is our supreme enlightenment, the so-called supreme environment. The supreme enlightenment. So what is truth? Okay, truth is that we have to always be one-hearted, and this is the so-called great love, right? Okay, then we can do something through learning so that we can gain enlightenment. And the process from learning to enlightenment is that we have to walk on the Bodhisattva path. That is, we do everything to the sentient beings, right? So we can just combine ourselves into the Dharma. So we can say that we want to walk the Bodhisattva path with Master Zheng Yan within lives. Okay? And this is the source of the Dharma. And the Jing Dharma actually comes from the humanitarian Dharma. And we have to do this, and we can parallelize to our true life, right? And this is the so-called like introspect within our own Buddha nature inside ourselves, right? And this is the four immeasurate hearts that we always possess. Okay. And let's say, I also say we have to walk the Bodhisattva path. And what is Bodhisattva path? And where are we walking toward? And that is a way in our own world. Then we walk the way and we help people, and that's it. Okay. And this is a place, let's say, it's kind of a dark and it's a kind of a hollow. And that is because, we already have made a lot of karma. And when they encounter us, right, and let's try to show them the way. That is, okay, we are their like a light that we can light them, their lives, right? So we say that is what a Bodhisattva is already doing. Is the Tzu perfect? A circle? Yes. Okay. If we can continue doing so, then let's say, what is Master Zheng saying? Saying that my hope is for perfect harmony. And I hope that everyone can be in complete harmony. I hope the principle can be in harmony. I hope things can also be harmony. And combine everything that I said, then it is a perfect world. And the Buddha gently like feels the earth. And isn't the earth perfectly round? Within our universe, everything lies within the perfect circle. Then why can't everyone be harmonious to make the circle more perfect? This requires us to have all the harmony and natural love for one another. With this kind of a unity, harmony, mutual love, then we can also draw a great, perfect circle. And the spiritual training ground is just like a circular track. Then we are already running along this track, and since we're here, then we should settle on it. Then we should run following the circle, and that's not deviate from the track. Whether we run quickly or we run slowly, then we should all have the sportsmanship. Thus, our life is completely contained within the circle, we should not go far away. When we do, chaos will ensue. Ladies and gentlemen, as a living Bodhisattva, we must find ways to fill in the gaps and draw a perfect circle. This is our hope. Yes. So we expect that we can always be like a mutual love, okay, and harmonious. They do everything together, and we can just be kind of a good affinity, like with all the sentient beings in the world. Finally, I really give my best regard to everybody. So I want you to always be peace in mind. And when Mr. Zheng Yan says to you, may you always be peaceful in mind, and this is a very wonderful blessing. Okay. And I would say that, okay, whether my own surgery is complete or not, okay, and whether everything is perfect or not, as long as I feel at ease, I feel that I am doing something right, and I can walk on the Bodhisattva path like with everybody, and I can follow up Master Zheng Yan's footprints, and it is the so-called at ease for myself, right? Okay. And let's always love ourselves by keeping our mind clear. So everybody, let's always be wonderful. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. This is my sharing and the presentation. So please, turn off your PowerPoint and let's see you completely. This is so wonderful to have Mr. De Show's presentation, but originally it was not her time to do this today. But she is so willing to do so because there's something like a change there. You see how Mr. De Show, how brave is Mr. De Show, and she is very brave that she knows what tranquility and what is a peace in mind means to her. Okay, so and we really need people like her. Okay, and Jing says it's a really in like wonderful and incredible because she was ready to get married, but finally she became a monastic practitioner, and it is really a tough and difficult decision for everybody like me. Okay, and well, after she made up her mind, and Mr. Dershow's mom even came over and comfort, her own family members, right? Okay, and thank you. Okay, and there's a message saying that this is like a protective film, okay, for her, so that her surgery was so successful. Okay, so and we have a GM Dezhen saying that this is kind of a wonderful experience for us to face her own fate and made up her own decision there. And this is really the expression of a Bodhisattva. And this is wonderful, okay? And wonderful is also a very good, like, message from, okay, Malaysia, I guess, right? Okay. And this is a young in from Yunnan saying that this is a very wonderful sharing that she delivers her Dharma word by word and she expresses like her own life experience, right? And Zhang Shunmei says this is a kind of a life expression and this is a kind of a presence of a greater love, right? Okay. Well, okay. And I will also, combine all the messages and give you kind of a vivid, like a PowerPoint the next time. Okay. here I have two books, right? And one is a happy reading online, and this is a kind of record for what has online study group Kaohsiung been doing within the 10 years, right? And this is a second book, okay? And I really recommend this one. And this is a life story about Du Junyuan and her, and his wife, right? So if you're here, then you can choose either one of them as a gift, right? So next week, okay, and we really like you to come over and try to get some of our Jinsi product, right? And we really have like a wonderful things like freelancers, like a Abode tooth powder, and we have like a chickpea snacks here, and we also have